is Tyra Walks, and with me is my roommate Samantha, and my honorary roommate Kat. Yay! Kat's been on here before with a celebrity gossip segment. This is Sam's first time, so everybody give Sam a warm welcome. Okay, so today's topic is, what is a man fast? Okay, so we all are like in this man fast right now, and so we're going to tell you about it, and each person's going to like kind of share how it's going right now, their experience, and what it's doing for them personally, and the different steps that they're taking. So before we like get off into each individual story, how does man fast came to be? What is a man fast? So a man fast is basically like just taking a break from men, and whether that's like not going on dates, entertaining men, or kissing men or whatever. It's just taking a break from it and just taking the time to focus on yourself. If you have a business, or if you're in education, or just want to travel, doing you, and it's just taking that time to do that. So this man fast came to be basically, I don't know, I just kind of got a revelation from God. I was already like thinking about doing it, but I got the confirmation to do it when I was watching this YouTuber by the name of Lindsey. Some of you may know her. She's really, really well known in the YouTube world, and she's a motivational speaker and a Christian woman, and she just gives great advice. So I was watching one of her videos about loving the single life, and now she's married, but just how when she was single, how she embraced it, and how being on a man fast is how she met her now husband. So I was inspired to do one for several different reasons, but I'll go last. And who wants to go first on why they went on the man fast?
Okay. I'll just go. Personally, I decided to go on this man fast because I felt like I needed to build a strong relationship with myself and with God. And I felt like men were like a big distraction for me. I keep telling people this. It's because like I feel like I had way too many like emotional ties, like on my heart, on my soul, on my spirit, all of that. How did we come about? Okay, so Tyra mentioned it.
Yeah, I texted them.
Yeah,
talking about, yo, let's go to this man fast.
Yeah, Tyra actually sent us the video. So then I actually didn't watch it initially because I was, busy. So then when I actually watched it, I was like, wow, this is really good. So then that's when Tyra was like, yeah, this man fast is set in stone and we all should do it. And I'm like, okay. She was like, let's do it for a month. And I was like, a month? I can do a month. She was like, no, let's try 2. And I was like, 2 months of like not dating and not doing like any entertaining, man. I was like, yikes, I didn't know if I could do it.
Cause she got the juice.
Yeah, I did not know. I really thought it was I thought it was gonna be like so hard, but honestly it's been super easy, super chill. Like it's like I'm not looking for anything right now. Like normally, like if I like go out in the store, I'm like, oh man, is that my future husband?
Right.
Oh man,
I'm gonna meet my man today.
I'm gonna meet my man today, because if I didn't meet him yesterday, today might be the day. So like honestly, it just like took like, well, I feel like in me, like I'm not like just thinking about, okay, I'm on this man fast, like why I'm on it, but it's just like, what am I trying to say?
It's like you don't even realize.
I don't even realize that it's still going on.
Like our month was supposed to end in what? February?
No. Yeah, at the end of February.
Yeah,
so like March. Yeah, and it's the middle of March, and like it's still going on, and I'm loving it. And like me personally, I feel like my relationship with God is getting stronger right now in this moment. Like people's like, oh, what's your relationship with God? And I used to say it's there, but now I actually could say it's growing. Yeah, now I can actually go into detail, and I get exactly, and it's just like Tyra said, like the confirmation, like it's been there, listening to like sermons and stuff, saying, enjoy your single life at like in this moment right now, because when you're not single again, like you're never gonna be able to enjoy it. So they always say enjoy your single life, because your single life is gonna prepare you for your marriage or like your relationships. And how you love yourself and how you deal with yourself is how you know how you can love somebody else. And that's what I like was struggled with. Like I met like all these great people, And I just was not right personally. Like, I just felt like...
That's good.
I just felt like I was, like, probably, like, the destruction in their life. Even though, like, I know I'm a great person. Yeah. But I know, like, I was not the best person that I could have been for them. So then I feel like I kind of, like, damaged them.
That's so... I commend her for this. Because you don't really hear women talk about what they did wrong. Yeah. And we always want to bash men are trash. Which I keep some of y'all still are. Right? But a lot of times we don't talk about what... how we were. Yeah. Exactly, and I commend that. So, you want to share what you ended up doing?
What?
Texting the guys?
Okay, so like I said, like, it's been on my heart and on my soul to, like, to remove all, like, my emotional, like, connection and ties and just, like, be with God and just be single and, like, just find myself and be comfortable with myself and be happy, like, with the person that I know that God has planned for me to become. So I will read the text. I sent it out to like a couple, let's say like probably like 4 people who I probably like talked to or like dated, and things like did not go as planned, because I feel like I always jump into things, okay, this man is gonna be my husband, so I try to like fix them or like try to make them into who I want them to become, but it's just like
we can't do that. Especially dating, like you can't change, especially if you don't want to be changed. Like I've been there, done that.
But I feel like we mostly do that because it's just like we don't want to like date around. So it's like when somebody does show interest and we're interested in that person, we're like, okay, like this is gonna be my husband. Like we're thinking we're dating to marry. So it's like, oh, right now you're not really the husband ideal, but I'm gonna make you.
Right, you gonna marry me today.
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it, and then eventually we're gonna get married. Like, because you're my husband. You don't know it yet. Like,
you don't know it yet. Yeah. Okay. So this was the text that I sent out. I didn't include anyone's name, so I just like kept it as, I don't know, as plain as possible, or like as upfront and blunt, but not trying to be direct with it. So I just said, so it says, so I know this is really random, but I've made a commitment to God that I will apologize to every and anyone who has ever came into my life and things that went wrong, that I would apologize. So I'm sorry for whatever it is that drove us to this point of distance that actually made me resent you in a way. And instead of playing the blame game, I just want to say I apologize for all the negative energy, if there was any, and whatever wrongdoing I've ever caused you. I'm not expecting a response, but I just needed to say that. That being said, I hope that you have a blessed life and you get every great thing this world has to offer.
That's so mature. I remember reading it and I was like, dang, that means I gotta take my ex now too.
I said that because not expecting a reply, or not expecting like people like to praise me and stuff. But it's just like, it's all these confirmations. Me and Sam's been talking about this. Like, your heart has to be pure, you know, like just having a good heart, you know. Having good intentions, having a good mind. If your heart's not right, then nothing else would ever be right. And for me, I felt like my heart was not right. So in order for me to move on and to progress in whatever my future would, like whatever I have in the future, whatever God has planned for me, I feel like I needed to like disconnect every single emotional ties. Even though I would say, okay, I'm done with this person, like I don't care about them. Even if I'll bring up somebody's name, I would like roll my eyes so hard, but it's just like, oh, but I don't care about them, but I'm still thinking about them, like in a way. So it's just like now if I talk about them, now I don't have that resentment, now I don't have that frustration on my heart anymore. So it's just like, so, you know, if some people are expecting apologies, I wasn't. But like, if you want somebody to apologize to you, or if you're expecting an apology, don't expect it. Just be the one to apologize and just let it go. It might not happen. That's what I'm saying. It might not happen at all. So you just be grown up about it, apologize, and move on with your life. And that's what I did. So, and this man fast is really working.
It's working. It's working. Tell people why you decided to do it, because it was one of those things where I texted it and I was like super excited about it, but I honestly was surprised that y'all was going to do it with me. Because I don't like to force anyone to do anything. It's like with any fast, like even with corporate fast, like you got to hear from God first before you do it. So I honestly wasn't expecting it, but I was like, I'm gonna share with them anyway. And if y'all want to touch and agree, I won't be mad at it.
But come to find out, Sam was already doing it. Sam was already doing it. Like without us, like without even bragging about it. It was just something naturally. And I feel like for me and Tyra, like we have to like set it up.
Like, no, I'm gonna do this
right now.
But also I did it as well. I was like, let me share with them because I had just learned about holding people accountable. So I wanted people to hold me accountable. So I'm like messing up, and they know like my love life and situation. So if I get to talking about somebody I don't need to talk about, I'm like, all right, Tyra, like, no.
Okay, you
ain't finna text him, you ain't finna call him. So share with the people why you want it.
Okay, so I want to say I started like a man fast last year. Let's say January. So last year in January, I started a man fast because I like got myself out of a 4-year situationship.
Another segment.
So I was just like, the next person I talk to is gonna have to be my husband. I'm not gonna be checking for nobody. Like, if anybody tries to holler at me, if God didn't say this is the person, then it's a no. So I was going good on that up until the summer. The summertime, and then somebody did show interest in me, whatever. And in my head, I was like, God, you didn't tell me I was gonna be in a relationship. So like, I was like, maybe this is God. So I was like, so I was like,
let me do a trick.
When you pray and ask God, is this the one? Is this the one? You say no, and you be like, okay, you really mean yes?
I know.
Right. So it was like one of those like, Samantha, like just see. But even though in my heart, I was just like, I just knew that it wasn't time for me to be in a relationship until like my relationship with God was strong. So I was just like, that doesn't seem right. But I was like, I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna see what's up. So that situation happened and that became dead. And it's funny how Kat was saying how she felt like she in a way was kind of like being the destructive person in the relationship too. And I felt that the same way about my recent relationship. Not saying that I was like so terrible or like a destructive person, like toxic. But it was like because I knew my relationship with God wasn't strong and I didn't know his true love for me, and I wasn't like truly in love with myself. I couldn't really love someone else.
Amen.
So like that saying in the Bible where it says like iron sharpens iron. I felt like I could have been that iron and I was like sharpening wood, or he could have been the iron and he was like sharpening wood. So it's like it doesn't match. Like if you have an iron and you have a wood, somebody's gonna be like broken. Like the wood's gonna be broken. But if iron sharpens iron, then we both gonna be sharpening each other. So it wasn't that in that relationship. So that's why that ended. And like when people be like, oh, are you okay, stuff like that, it's like, no, I knew at the end of the day like we weren't sharpening each other. And I probably was, I probably was destructive for him. Like my thing is like I always want to bring people closer to God, and if I can't bring you to God because I'm not that close with God, then what are we doing? What type of relationship are we having? So that was like a wise decision that I had to make. So after that situation, this year again, January, I was like, I'm not gonna be focused on any guys. Like I'm just gonna focus on God, get my life right. And then I think sometime in January, that's when Tyra, sent the text about, guys, I'm going on a man fast, who's with me, things like that. And I kind of just liked it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, that's good. Y'all about to be on the same one accord and things like that. That's when Kat was like, I'm gonna do it. And Tyra was so excited.
I was a little skeptical at first.
She was. I
was like, wait, I can't even look at a guy.
I was like, wait, so that means no more dates?
Yeah, I was like,
no more dates. Like no more dates, like nothing. And like if we want to go out on dates, we go take each other out. Hang out with friends. So and that's like me personally. Like, I've always been like a homebody, like wanted to be by myself. But like if somebody's like, hey, let's go out for drinks, or hey, let's go out to dinner, I'm like, okay, get my face on nice, put my nice clothes on,
and just
hang out. But like now it's just like, I don't need no man to take me out. Like, not saying that I don't need a man, but I'm just saying.
Don't get it confused.
Don't get it confused.
We like guys.
But
we desire to be married.
But I'm saying, but it's just like, it's nice to have friends who hold you accountable. And y'all can do things together and not having to worry about, oh man, he's not texting me. Oh man, and it's just like, I hate like conflict and like the arguing and the negative energy. So right now, I'm living my life. Everybody's like,
there's so much positivity.
Right.
And people laugh at me because I always hang out with a couple. My friends, Lafayette and Raquel. But even them, like, they make me, they're like my siblings.
Yeah.
So you just hang out with people with positivity, people that, like, we're Christians, so we hang out with other Christian people. And we still have fun. We're not sitting in the house all day. We have fun. fun. We make videos all day. We share the word with each other, and so that's what it's about. So.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think now that I'm like really committed to like walking with God and just allowing Him to like show me the way. I was like my mind, like, you know, thoughts are very like kind of wicked. So like my mind just wonders sometimes. I'm just like, you know, so it's not that hard. Like I'm just like, what if I did like, you know, put myself out there? But I'm just like, no, because at the end of the day, I forgot this quote that I learned, but it's just like the lesson that you didn't learn is gonna repeat itself. So I felt the same. I felt that happened with my last relationship. Like I didn't learn, and the situation repeated itself. So it's just like, no, I'm committed to God. I'm saying yes, and I'm not gonna allow myself to go back into that cycle, because then I'm gonna have to keep doing it until I actually learn. So this is just a whole learning process, and I'm excited. I know we're gonna laugh back at this video.
And it's funny because like Heather Lindsey, the person that inspired me to do it, she was saying how she knew her man fast ended was when she met her husband, and God clearly spoke to her and was like, "That's your husband." So I want to be so focused that I can clearly hear God say, "That's it, Tom. That's it. We finally met her." Okay, God. Okay.
And that cannot happen if your relationship is not strong in God. Exactly. And that's why what was that yesterday in church when the pastor was like, how can somebody how can the enemy tell you that you don't believe in God, or how can the enemy distract you or something like that? That's because you're not confident in your relationship with God. If you're confident in your relationship with God, nobody can tell you nothing.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of relationship that that's the kind of relationship that I'm yearning for. That's that's what I want. Like really, honestly, like I just wanted like she said, like when Heather Lindsey said, like God just spoke to her. I want to be able to clearly.
Why did I go on my man fast? Okay, so my situation is very similar to Sam's. That's how we bonded over relationships so well, because we can literally relate. So I was in a situationship for on and off for about 4 years, like 4.5 years. You could not tell me this person was not gonna be my husband. Like God kept saying no, I kept telling God.
Right.
You just gotta work on him some more.
Right. He got it.
He's gonna be my husband.
Right.
But for me, I don't really believe in the whole like signs and everything, but one stereotype of a Taurus is that we hate change. And I honestly do hate change. Well, it's very uncomfortable for me at first. So with this person, I was just so like just didn't want to change. I didn't want to meet nobody else. I just didn't want to start over. It wasn't. So when God finally delivered me from that situation and finally showed me like, you know, you need to be by yourself, I was very happy with that. Like I was cool. I went like almost a year with not talking to anybody, and then I met somebody else, like you said. You was like, I'm gonna give it a try. I gave it a try. Everything was telling me no, but I was like, well, I thought I could change him too, because he had like a past too, and I was like, I heard he was like a womanizer and stuff, and I was like, nah, no, but like I'm different. I'm different.
And you try to prove to people like I'm the one.
You got y'all other girls just jealous. I'm gonna treat you like this. I'm different. So I was talking to this person all summer as well, and then like August it ended. He ended up messing up. And I don't have nothing negative to say about the people I've been involved with. It's just deuces, you know. It's time to grow up and stuff. So after him, I started talking to somebody else. Like literally, I didn't even wait like a month later. Like I had already knew the next person, so it was like, okay, we had been cool. So I was like, yeah. And then he had similar morals as me. Like he was a Christian guy. And then we stopped talking. So it was like a continued cycle. I'm like, God, like, and like I honestly still wasn't over the person I was talking to over the summer. I was just like, I was like completely over the person I've been with like for on and off for 4 years. But the next person over the summer, I wasn't still over him, because he was just, for me at the time, it was like a breath of fresh air. So I still wasn't over him. So I was like, God, like I was just getting distracted. And I was honestly reading like the Tyler Perry book, Higher is Calling. And that book in the beginning of 2018 really opened my eyes as well. Like the root of why I felt like I needed to be with someone. And just back from generations of like the women in my family, like them, like it was hard for my mom to like walk away from her marriage to my dad. So that divorce took a toll on me, but it took my mom so long to get a divorce. So, and even with like my grandmother, like her being with my granddad and him mistreating her. So I was like, is this like a stem like of the root that's in me? Like it's hard for me to walk away from a situation. I feel like I have to have someone all the time, and I feel like I have to be in a relationship. And the way society is, it's like, oh, if you ain't got a relationship, you ain't popping. So it's like I just felt like I had to be in a relationship. And so I read that book, and it was the chapter, it was talking about what are the roots and within you like that's causing the same stuff that happen all the time. So I was like, wow. And when I tell you I broke down reading that chapter, I broke down because I never realized that about myself. And so like a week later, I saw that Heather Lindsey video. I said, okay, God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, God, like, that seriously on that. Like, okay, God, I hear you, man. I hear you, man. And so I'm just like, you know, this is, I'm living, when I tell you I'm living my best life right now, like, of course things are not where I want them to be, like, financially or whatever, but my emotional state and my spiritual state is at an all-time high, and I can't wait to keep growing and growing and growing. So now, like, we actually saw each other in the grocery store, and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, like, people will text me, but I'm not so eager to like be in a relationship with them. Like,
oh, they texted me. Oh
yeah, let me
text
back. Or like, okay, so when you taking me on a date, like, it's nothing like that. Like, I talk to them like as a friend, and it's like, okay, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, like, I ain't tripping about it like how I used to be. So that's like my story, and like we need to do a whole situationship video, because I can talk all day
about situationship.
I can talk all day, but that was the root of it, and I'm telling you, I can't. And I still actually talk to the people I used to be involved with. Like, I can cordially speak to them and stuff, and I have no type of feelings. And so I just never thought I'd see that day where it's like you would have told me back then, like, you gonna be over it, you gonna be this, you gonna do that, and you're gonna be living your best life. I would not have believed you, especially the time I went through my most like depressive state. Like, I would not have believed you that I would be living this like black girl magic lifestyle right now. So that's like my story, and it's different. Like, you know, like I said, like, if somebody texts me, like, I'll text them back, but it's not, I haven't went on a date in so long. Like, can't even tell you the last date I went on. Not for real. So that's pretty much why I went on my man fast. And like, people are asking me, so when is your man fast ending? I'm like, when God told me it's coming.
I honestly had a date. Like, I honestly said, I was like, okay, so we're only doing 1 month. Tyra did say 2. I was like, 2. No, you're my. I'm not doing 2. Only 1, and that's it. And I'm gonna start doing whatever I was doing before. But now I'm just like, whenever God says, okay, now I'm ready for you to date, or now I'm ready for you to mingle and have fun, and well, I'm not saying that I'm not having fun now, but just like, okay, I'm ready for you to. I'm confident in you, knowing that you're confident in me, that you'll make good decisions.
Because we're not saying, like, it depends on who you are. Now, if you're the type of person you don't find the harm in going out on a casual date, go on a casual date, sis, do you. But just be smart, be mindful that snakes come in human beings as well, and you can't be just giving in to everybody. You can't entertain everybody. You can't do it.
I have that problem. I think everybody has all good intentions. Like, I think, and if I meet like this one person, I'm like, oh my God, they're amazing. Like, maybe this is my man.
Especially if they know you before.
Especially if I knew them for a long time, I'm like, okay, so God knows what this right. So so they put them in my life right now. So we must be. We must. Like, it must be.
Yeah.
It's really meant to be, but
9 times out of 10 is not.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not really. I wouldn't go on a date right now, because I'm just not ready to just go on a casual date, because I still have that mindset. Like, if I meet this one person, I'll just think they're the one, you know. So no, it's not ready. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, and I think you'll know too.
You'll know, when you'll
know in your heart, like, you can clearly hear from God. So I mean, we encouraging y'all to live your life, and this goes for men too. Go on a woman fast. I know y'all probably. Tyra, you tripping now, but I mean, try it. Like, baby steps. Like, I say that with even regular fasting. You got like a whole month you want to fast. Start off a week, like, or a few days, and just kind of build up to it. And like I said, it's been like 2 months, and I haven't even thought about it. Like, it's not even on my mind, like, when it's going to end.
Really not.
So.
I forgot, like, it's when I see Tyra at the store, she's like, how's your man fast going? And I'm just like,
that's so on. God is working.
Right, God is really working.
So, It's cool. We just wanted to encourage you all out there. Let us know what you think. Would you ever go on a man fast? If so, how long, or would you just wait on God? And do you think men fast can help, or women fast? So let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe. I put their @ handles, their Instagram handles on here, and follow them on all social media. Bye.